Children, welcome back to our channel. In the previous session, I introduced the lesson. This is Jody's Fan. Jody is the name of young boy. He is the main character of the story. And Fan means it is young ones of a doe. Doe is opposite gender of deer. This is all about heading. Before starting the lesson, here we have the pre-reading activity before you read. Often, instead of rushing to the doctor to treat a small cut or burn, we find quick and effective cures using things available at home. Can you think of some such home remedies for a cut on your knee, a burn on your arm, a bee sting? Whenever we fall sick or get injured, before consulting a doctor, what we do? We use the things which are available at home as a home remedy, right? Here we have the list of 3 examples. Can you refer any suitable home remedies for the following cases? A cut on your knee. Suppose if you have a cut injury on your knee, what can be used as a home remedy? I think turmeric is better for injury. A burn on your arm. Suppose if you have a burn injury on your arm, I feel aloe vera is better. And lastly, a bee sting means you are bitten by honey bee. What can be used as a home remedy? Ice is better. This is all about pre-reading activity. Here we have the introduction. In this story, Jody's father has been bitten by a rattlesnake. He quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. Jody wonders what will happen to the little fawn left without a mother. Jody is a name of young boy. He is the main character of the story, and his father, Penny, has been bitten by a rattlesnake in his hand. In the forest, he was bitten by a rattlesnake. As a remedy, what he did, he suddenly killed a doe, means opposite gender of deer, mother of a fawn. He killed a doe and used its heart and liver to draw out the poison from his body. But the boy Jody was very worried about the little fawn which was left without a mother. This is the story. Let us start from the first episode. Jody allowed his thoughts to drift back to the fawn. He could not keep it out of his mind. He had held it in his dreams, in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. Penny lay at rest. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupils were still dark and dilated. Jody said, "How are you feeling, Pa?" "Just fine, son. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere." "But wasn't it a close shave?" "I agree." Penny said, "I am proud of you, boy. The way you kept your head and did what was needed." Let us know the meaning of this paragraph. Jody allowed his thoughts to drift back to the fawn. Jody was lying on the table. At that time, his mind was full of emotions. He was thinking about the fawn which was left without a mother in the forest. He could not keep it out of his mind. He was unable to forget it. He could not forget it. He had held it in his dreams. In his dreams, he had held it in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. Suddenly, he woke up and went towards his father's bed. Penny lay at rest. Penny is his father. His eyes were open and clear. Penny was taking rest. He was sitting. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupils were still dark and dilated. But the pupils means eyeballs, were dark and dilated. Dilated means very wide. Jody said, How are you feeling, Pa? Jody asked his father. How was he feeling? Just fine, son. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere. I'm fine. I'm feeling comfortable. But the old death has gone to steal someone. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere to find out someone to kill. But wasn't it a close shave? Boy, wasn't it a close shave? It was very close to the death. Within a step behind, his father escaped from the dangerous. For that, the boy replied, I agree. The boy said, I agree. Penny said, I am proud of you, boy, the way you kept your head and did what was needed. I am proud of you, son. You took the precautionary steps and even at a difficult situation, you remained cool and calm. Here it is. Kept your head means stayed calm in a difficult situation. Being cool and calm even at a critical situation. Penny said, I am proud of you, boy, the way you kept your head and did what was needed. You took the required steps, required steps and did the needful. Next, Pa, yes, son. Pa, do you recollect the dough and the fun? This is the picture of Jody's interaction with his father. The boy called his father, Pa. For that, his father replied, Yes, son. The boy asked a question, Pa, do you recollect the dough and the fan? Can you can you bring the life of dough and can you make them to live happily both together? For that, the father replied, I can never forget them. The poor doe saved me. That is certain. I, I could not forget the help of the doe. The poor doe saved my life. The poor doe saved me. His father said, the doe gave the chance to live. That is certain. That is sure. Certain means sure. Sure, I could not forget the help of the doe. Pa, the fawn may be out there yet. It might be hungry and very scared. Then the boy said, the fawn which was left without a mother in the forest might be there itself. Yet means still. It might be hungry and very scared. It lost its mother. It might be in a dangerous. It might be feeling hungry and scared of other creatures. I suppose so. Father also said, yes, it might be in a dangerous. Pa, I am a big boy now and don't need to drink milk. Why don't I go and see if I can find the fawn and bring it here and raise it? The boy asked that he is a big boy means he is grown up and he didn't need any milk. Why did they bring why didn't they bring the fawn which was left in the forest? Why don't I go and see if I can find the fawn? The boy asked to bring the little fawn which was left in the forest. He wanted to bring it to his house and wanted to have as a pet. Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling. For that, the father was speechless. He could not say anything. Staring at the ceilings, boy, you have got me hemmed in. He was looking at the staring means look continuously. He was staring at the ceiling. Ceiling means rooftops. Boy, you have got me hemmed in. You are putting me in a situation where I could say no. It won't take a much to raise it, Pa. I it will it will soon start eating leaves and acorns. When father was speechless at that time, the boy replied, it won't take much to raise it. It is not expensive to grow to have it as a pet. Pa, it will soon start eating leaves and acorns. After a few days, it will start eating small leaves and acorns. For that, you are smarter than boys of your age. For that, the father replied, you are smarter than boys of your age. You are very intelligent compared to your age boys. You are compared to your friends, you are very intelligent. That was his statement. We took its mother, and it wasn't to blame for a difficult situation. To come out from a difficult situation, we killed its mother. It should not be blamed for it. We took its mother, and it wasn't to blame. Surely it seems ungrateful to leave it to starve. Son, I can't say no to you. I never thought I would live to see another day. Surely, if we live that far in the forest, it seems ungrateful that it is not humanity to leave it to starve. Starve means hunger. If it feels starvation, it is ungrateful for us. It is not humanity. Let us bring it from the forest. Son, I can't say no. Father was ready to send the boy to bring the fawn from the forest. I never thought I would live to see another day. When the father was bitten by a rattlesnake, he was unable to face that situation. He would not live another day if he didn't get the dough to draw out the poison from his body. Right? This is the first and second paragraph of this lesson. Read this part and be ready for the next episode. Thank you. Have a nice day.